Smart homes and appliances are gaining traction among Kenyans, driven by increased internet access and a growing middle class. LG Content Manager William Kamore is, however, urging users to follow best practices on personal information sharing while using smart appliances to minimize the risk of cyber attack. Regina Manyara discussed the issue of cybersecurity with Kamore, and this is how the conversation went.
Information, communication and technology is driving the fourth industrial revolution. But the question is, how safe is your personal data in light of digitally enabled appliances? Joining us is none other than William Kamore, Content Manager at LG. Thank you, sir, for your time. Let's look at the current state in as far as, uptake of digitally enabled gadgets in the country. What's our status report?
As LG Electronics, since about 2 or 3 years ago, there was a sudden peak in terms of especially Wi-Fi enabled appliances, and that has driven even other industry brands to try and cap this market. And you find at the moment we can say it should be about 60 to 70% of the market of LG Electronics that has Wi-Fi enabled appliances and also what we call AI integrated products.
What is actually driving this uptake?
So what I can say is, you see, from how we know, especially in urban setups, you see there is actually an increase in terms of accessibility to internet. And I think by now, even from what you can tell from most people nowadays in urban settings going to look for houses, usually one of the key factors they tick is Wi-Fi. Because they'll come and tell you, do these houses have Wi-Fi? So you see, once that uptake is there and people are able to see, and then also the growth in terms of like the bandwidth, like now 5G is here with us. So now you see the internet is there and it is growing, and it is up to manufacturers and brands to try and keep up with that and see how best to help the consumer, because at the end it's the consumer who will benefit or who will get the most of these appliances.
Government is driving the digital superhighway as an initiative and a program to actually create an uptick of more digital services. What's your take as being in the value chain?
So I'd like to commend the government especially for this, and like one thing we've done this year in collaboration actually with our AC department, there was a workshop that was done with the leading engineers in the energy field, and also in collaboration with the ministry. They were able to give up this and give us this opportunity for LG and also other brands to try and to see how best we can work together with government to streamline the same thing that they're also pushing, or for the digital uptick.
William, what are the emerging trends?
So the emerging trends especially for home appliances and electronics in general, we've come to see that nowadays, especially again to mention the urban areas, you find that most people are looking for appliances that will enable them to have an easier life, and also that are their convenience to use. And all this can be approved, or all this can be put together in terms of what the government infrastructure is doing, and also what private or what brands is doing, and that also pushes LG to develop such products.
What is your feel of the market, taking up especially smart homes?
Good that you bring up the smart homes, because LG has been pioneering this from I think in the past about 5 years or so, and it has come to be the same, especially in the East African market, which has also been able to be incorporated and integrated in the same for this. And you find that in the Internet of Things, you find now we talk about smart fridges, smart washing machines, or even our smartphones to be particular, and also TVs. Like nowadays, all gadgets or all electronic gadgets, I'm sure all of us can be able to connect them with them together.
But then William then brings this question: how safe are we in light of an uptake on Internet of Things, as you said, smartphone, smart TV? Supposing today one was hacked and you have a smart home.
So one thing I can say is LG prides itself in the research and development area to ensure that all the information, or what the information you give to the LG or whichever appliance you get, is safe with us. And you'll find that through the revolutionary of the LG ThinQ app, there's an app that we have that is that enables you to be able to control and monitor your devices. And of all the information that it's able to get, it does not take much of your personal data, because that's what is most important, the security or the privacy of the user and the personal data that is used. Because so what it only links with, it only provides information, or it links information with you and the product. So most of the information is on the product, is about the product. So you'll find on your personal data is the same way I can say on our phones. Like, we trust our phones to have most of our personal data. So the same protocols that are being observed from any perspective, or let's say if it's a smart TV or it's a smart refrigerator or a smart washing machine, all that access and all the data you can access it through your phone.
Well, that said, still, I want to be a devil's advocate in this particular, setup. We've had reports from Seriano and the like saying that we are still very much susceptible to cyber attacks. Now we are this advent of, smart homes, as we speak.
Yes.
How then can we, ensure that we remain safe with this current dispensation?
For that, now I'll go back to the user, because one of the things that comes with technology is usually like when we say that our people perish because of lack of knowledge, you find that most people, once they access or once they get access to all this information, most people don't read through. And especially, as you all know, most of the users under the terms and conditions, you just tick, then you tick, and then you as the user is the one who allows the access to your any information. So I would encourage users, especially because home is a private affair. So I would encourage consumers that whatever it is you are allowing access to your home, ensure that you get the correct measures, because you also find, like, in the sense of like, let me take for example the TVs. Like before TVs used to come with webcams, but there was an issue or a case with some other brands somewhere that it meant that they were getting information from that. So now you see the governing bodies ensured that for a TV to come with a webcam, it should be the user's preference, not the brand's preference to install the camera. So that way now, if you want to access that will say it boils down to the consumer and what they allow, and also reading through what it is that this application or this product is getting access to.
The market is infiltrated by counterfeits. As a brand, how are you ensuring that your target market and your clients get value for their money?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And again, I'd like to commend the government, especially working together with the anti-counterfeit and agency, because what they have tried to ensure is, first, you see, the government has to cap or has to block the routes or the loopholes where now the products do come in. But again, you see, it cannot be like 100% sure, because human beings, they are always find a way of trying to maneuver these things. So once that is capped, the next thing now is to try and check the products that are coming in, how genuine are they. And LG has provided an app and even a short message code, where whichever it is you go to any outlet or any electronic store, you get an LG product, you can take the serial code and send it to a toll-free number. That's 0800 545454 or 0700 545454. And once you do that, it sends you a message and tells you that this product is genuine and is covered by a 2-year warranty. Now, see, if it gives you now the other message that this product is not genuine, now you see that way now it also now drives the sellers to see that if they continue dealing with the counterfeit products, they are the ones to lose. And you see, in this market, we don't want anyone to lose. So it comes to the customer getting genuine product, also to our dealers for them to get genuine products so that they can also make their sales. And then also LG as a brand, for the brand image, to ensure that the products that we deliver are of genuine quality.
The issue of after service. How then does it work to pushing penetration of these particular products in light of increased competition?
Yeah, so you see, like in any business, I always say that customer who's bought something, first of all, that is your ambassador, that is your customer. He or she is the one who will come to purchase another product. And for LG Electronics in East Africa and also globally, we value the after-sales service, and by providing various products for after-sales service. Like at the moment, currently as we speak, LG has the service bus that is doing a tour countrywide. So at the moment now they're in Mount Kenya, and they've been doing this tour bus for about 1 month to also to drive or to take the service to the people. Because like if we say you want to bring or you develop an issue with your appliance and you're told where to bring it, then it becomes cumbersome to you. So by providing this service, we call it now the tour bus. Providing this service ensures that the service or the after-sale service reaches the consumer. And then also LG is very easily reachable on toll-free numbers on WhatsApp. And what I can say from what we get from consumers is any feedback that we get is valued and all of them are served.
Then how do you deal with, electronics that have gone obsolete?
So for that, let me say that especially this year, LG embarked on a Better Life for All campaign, and this is putting into perspective people and the planet. Because you see, we are the ones who live in this planet, and in the time we have to ensure that this planet is better for our future generations. So one thing that LG, straight from production to manufacturing, they aim to try and they try to bring to bring this issue of sustainability, especially on the ESG forum, and so this on environmental, social, and governance. So one thing is by Vision 2030 for LG, it aims to recycle about 600,000 tons of recycled materials into the production line, and also increase the terms of e-waste collection material in the global perspective.
Mm-hmm. You've said you have a sustainability strategy. People are going green, manufacturers are also going green. Does it also include the use of alternative sources of power other than electricity?
Yes. So in terms of electronics going obsolete, so one thing again, I go back to the service, because our service center teams are the ones that are equipped to handle electronic waste. So at the moment, like I say, as the LG service bus is going around, same case, if you have an LG product that you've seen is end of life, you don't know how to dispose of it. So one thing is, if you find the bus, you can go and give them the product for it to be disposed. And then you see, like they always say, one man's trash is another man's. So you find that, you see, if I may be having the product I'm not using, and let's say there's someone else who has the same product but they're still using and they require a part, and you have the same on that. So we always encourage consumers to give the safe disposal of e-waste materials. So all these reach LG service center number, call them, let them know, and they will guide you. And again, I go back and mention also the government terms in terms of support for this, because also the government supports in terms of this of gathering all the electronics waste and being able to dispose it in the way that it's supposed to be.
There's been a conversation around, AI. Mm-hmm. Is that a primary concern for you as a security threat? Mm-hmm. Or how are you now looking at AI to increase efficiency and also, make it secure?
So when we talk about AI or artificial intelligence, as most people know, one thing, most people fear technology, or most people fear what AI can do. But from where I sit, or from where I stand, from what I've been able to see when it comes to artificial intelligence, it can only grow bigger and better. Because you see, every human being, everyone likes convenience. And everyone wants efficiency, even if it's efficiency at work or efficiency at home. And AI drives this by helping or giving the user control of all your products, and also it gives you a much more better, convenient, and better use of any technology that you may be getting.
LG appears to be concentrated within the peri-urban areas. Do you have a strategy to have these particular digitally enabled appliances get to the hinterlands?
Okay, so one thing about the rural areas, the hinterlands, as you would say, is LG ensures that all the products that we get in this country are able to reach all the corners of this country. That is through the wide network of our distributor, Opalnet Limited, that ensures all dealers, all hypermarkets have the same products that you would find also in the urban areas, and also ensure the same is available on our online platform. And the same thing is, as I mentioned, the tour bus that is going around. This is talking about the service department, but also in terms of not only the service department, but once they go around to all these towns in East Africa, you find that they do also carry the catalog of these new products, because you might find someone who's had a product for long in that area and doesn't know if there's any new other product. Once they get to see that, they say, instead of if I've been having this product, I can be able to see that these new products are also available at my end.
Well, as you come to a conclusion, what's your take in regard to where we are currently in the uptake of digitally enabled appliances, and what the future portends going forward?
The safety when it comes to Internet of Things, or also AI, it all boils down to what we as the users allow access to. Because if you get the right information, it means that you will be able to know what kind of information am I giving out there. Like, for example, if you allow access, for example, on our phones, we all know what our phones all the data our phones carry and what we allow on all these apps. So I would say the same thing would boil down to your appliances. But when it comes to safety, I would assure that when it comes to LG Wi-Fi enabled appliances or smart appliances, what I say, the information that we gather is information related to the product and to your usage. So it does not have to rely on, let's say, any other information that is not suitable for your lifestyle.
Very well said. We have been speaking to none other than William Kamore, who is a content manager at LG, and confirming that where we are right now, ICT indeed is driving the fourth industrial revolution. And a caution to you as a user, in light of uptake of smart appliances, this actually store data that you give. So be mindful of how much data you are putting up on this particular appliances. I've been your host, Regina Manyara. You're watching KBC Channel 1.